What we do here is go back.
And tonight, we have new details into the pit bull mauling that investigators say left a Glen Allen woman dead. Authorities say the two dogs that killed their owner, 22-year-old Bethany Stevens, had recently been neglected.
Yeah, those familiar with Bethany and the two pit bulls continue to speak out. Brent Solomon was the first to break this story when it happened on Friday. Brent, what are you hearing from the sheriff?
Well, investigators say that the victim in this case wasn't around every day. They say she was staying somewhere else and would come care for the dogs about 5 out of 7 days of the week. We also have some other new information, but let me warn you, some of the details in this case are disturbing. Investigators revealed they witnessed Bethany Stevens' two pit bulls eating her rib cage.
And at that time, we had to decide whether or not we were going to take care of the dogs then and there by shooting them, or whether we would continue to try to capture them.
The sheriff showed reporters images of the grisly scene that we won't show on television. Stevens' body badly dismembered, her clothes shredded and scattered across the scene. The sheriff says he even saw blood on one of the dog's collars. Now, he's responding to speculation that another type of animal or even another person were involved.
From what we found on the scene, from the evidence that we observed, from the evidence that we collected, that narrative doesn't fit.
Nothing that said domestic violence, nothing that said she was stabbed, nothing that said she was shot, no bones broken, no injuries to the throat area, no injuries to the stuff inside the throat. There was no petechial bleeding inside the esophagus, which would have been conducive with choking her out. None of that.
Okay. Leave it. Okay.
Staff at Torrey's K9 Adventure say they knew Bethany well as the dogs she's taken care of since they were pups.
They were easy to get along with. We never had any trouble with those dogs. They were her babies. She had good control of them. She could walk them. They were very obedient for her.
They didn't want to see the dogs euthanized, but that happened over the weekend at the sheriff's suggestion.
I think it was in the best interest of our community and for public safety to do that. Once a dog tastes human flesh, it's no longer safe to have that dog around humans.
Now the dogs' bodies are being preserved for testing. Toxicology is also underway for Stevens' body. Meantime, the sheriff is retracting comments he made earlier. He now says the pit bulls were not trained to fight and that they were smaller than originally described. On your side, Brent Solomon, NBC 12.
Yes, hey guys, and welcome back. Well, that was a very tragic story about the owner and her pets, and we're going to talk about it. We have a guest in the studio today. His name is Mr. T, and he is a dog trainer, and he has his own kennel, and he trains all types of dogs, including pit bulls and German shepherds, and we would like to say hello to Mr. T, and we're going to get some questions answered from a professional. Now, in this instance, we've always heard that pit bulls were violent and they maul people. But in this, do you agree with that statement, first of all, about pit bulls are a bad breed and they will turn on their owners at any time? Do you agree with that?
No, actually, it's they're making it bigger than what it is. Actually, it's just the way he's been trained, so it's just getting a bad rap.
So, in your opinion, pit bulls are loyal?
Very loyal. In fact, that's why they do what they do for the owner, to satisfy and please the owner, Yeah.
But we've been, this one is a shocker, but we have been seeing in the news, and a lot of communities are banning this breed of dogs. They're just banning pit bulls because of the mauling. But in this actual incident, she has had these dogs as puppies, and she's been their owner. She has, but they did mention that they had been neglected. Now, now I don't know in what way they were neglected. I guess because she wasn't living there. So they said that she would come 5 days out of a week. I don't call that neglect. But now in this circumstance, in your professional opinion, if an owner just have them caged up and just bringing them food, do you think that that is what made them angry, or
It
what?
just now it just all depends because it's funny you said that because I'm witnessing right now as we speak a situation where a dog was taken away from the owner
Mm-hmm.
and they called it neglect because when they got there they said there was no food. Well, for one, if you feed them and they eat all that food, they're gonna be gone maybe before you even leave, But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you can expect the food to be not be there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But he said it was a neglect. So
Well, hmm. Well, in your expertise, have you ever had a dog to you know, eat a human? I mean, this is my first time. I know they maul people and but actually eat, because in this story the police said when they arrived, they witnessed the dogs eating the owner, eating her.
it's very rare. I have seen it a situation where I think they were pretty much trained for that.
Mm,
Hmm.
trained to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have those quote dog fights. But oh, so
Well, it's just how how energy dog, because you got the terrier. That's why there's always a lot of energy there. So
mhm.
you have to really keep those dogs, wind down. Sort of, if you got them, you got to give them a lot of
Take
exercise.
time with
Yeah,
them. Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't. And so you can easily be called neglect in a situation like that, depending on the
Hmm.
breed of dog. Sometimes you have to give more attention than others.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, that is so that is so appalling that the dogs did her that way, and I guess we'll find out more after the toxicology reports and everything. But my goodness, but you now with the type of sex of the dog, have if it was, we didn't hear if it was girl dogs or boy dogs, but with that.
Sometimes it would, yeah, it would have a lot to do with it because of how the energy could get stirred around. Because now, what I first heard was the dog was standing over like guarding her.
Mhm.
Because now I could see one dog maybe trying to do that from even from the other dogs.
Mhm.
That might have
Mhm.
been what the dog was doing, the reason why it looked like, or maybe, but you know, if they witnessed the dog eating flesh,
Mhm.
I'll just believe that because
Yeah.
I've seen it, but it was just very rare.
Mhm.
And I just would like to get some more information on it really before I just
Mhm.
really just speak on it because I would like to see myself,
Mhm.
what's going on. And then, because what they call neglect, it might not really be the neglect because
Right.
how could they contradict themselves because they're saying that she would come there 5 times out of the week and it's
Mhm.
well that's
That wouldn't be, I wouldn't say that was neglect. I mean, if you came one day out of a week, then that I could see them saying neglect. But I don't know what the neglect was, and when she came, did she just feed them or did she exercise them? Did she, you know? So I guess we don't know all the story, but it's very tragic.
It
And
really is.
like I said, some communities now are banning those dogs and even refusing, excuse me, to give people insurance. If they say, for instance, they bought a house and they have a pit bull, some insurance companies are saying, oh no, we can't cover you if you have that type of dog because of the chance of the dog
Yeah,
hurting a neighbor and
high
or
risk
hurting a person.
liability.
Right, it's a big liability. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it has happened. It's just a shame, though. Dog breed it turns just really just outlawed.
Hmm.
I hate it because I still have a passion for the dogs. I breeded those for years, even before they even got to be popular.
Hmm.
People really didn't know what they were when I had 'em. Just all the way back like the days of Little Rascals.
Hmm.
They had one.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, now, did you agree with the sheriff to um put the dogs to sleep, euthanize them? Did you agree to that?
Well,
Or
sort of, not so soon, because I figure the case needs to be investigated a little bit more before they put down, and then maybe,
well, his logic was, when a dog eats flesh, taste that flesh, that he can do that again. When he has the taste of human flesh, he's going to um want that flesh.
well, I've seen dogs like that just get sort of rehabilitated,
Hmm.
and they'll put them. There's a place for them. They can use them. I've seen the guard dog service use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my opinion on that, and I'm glad you gave your expert opinion because I didn't think about that. It could be a service dog or whatever. But my opinion on that, well, the owner is not here due to them. So I think that was a good thing, putting them to sleep. I mean, I'm a dog person, but I kind of agree with the sheriff. If they're eating flesh, I don't think they'll
Yeah.
ever get over that taste.
Right.
That you
Well,
know.
if that was the situation, I might have put them down immediately.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, like I said, I didn't witness it. You know, I
Right.
didn't get a chance to see the video because I
Mhm.
really just all I could see was the tape.
Right. They didn't want to
Couldn't see the
show it to
crime
the
scene. No.
television. Well, all right, guys. Well, that does it, and we really appreciate Mr. T coming and
No
giving his
problem.
expert analysis on the situation. But I love to hear from you. So, click that comment button and comment about this awful fatality. And as always, thank you for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, imparting, y'all, be blessed. Bye.
What we do here is go back.